Hello, welcome to my channel. I hope y'all are doing well. I am so excited. You can probably hear it in my voice. I am grinning ear to ear because I got some mail from JetPens. I'm so excited and I am gonna open it with y'all. Before we begin, a little bit about me. I love paper, I love stickers, I love pens. I am a stationery nerd for sure. I used to do like sticker planning all the time. Life got kind of busy. I fell off of my pretty planning, so I call it, and have just been doing pen and paper planning for several years since then. Recently, I came across a video about fountain pens and ink, and I went down the rabbit hole all over again. Y'all, I am so excited about this little journey. And this is why I call this channel The Journal Journey, because number one, I am kind of reigniting my love of stationery things again and exploring parts of the stationery world that I was actually not a part of before. I was in like the planner side of things, but not necessarily the journaling side of things. And I was just never a journaler. I never really kept diaries or did any of that growing up. But as I get older, I have kind of started thinking about maybe starting to journal just as like a reflection, as a moment to stop and take a minute to process my thoughts, process my day, process emotions, and see if journaling works a little bit for me, if for nothing else, just as like some quiet time to myself to relax and kind of reflect on the day. So I'm so excited about it, and I'm super excited about my little journey into fountain pens. I'm really stoked. I'm really stoked, you guys. So anyways, that's enough chit chat. We're gonna get right into this. I have not ordered from JetPens in literally like 8 years. The last time I ordered anything was my Hobonichi weeks that I used to plan in, and that was probably like 7 years ago. So I'm really excited about this. And we have some goodies in here that I have never come across before, so it's super exciting. Okay, so in this order, I am experiencing Rhodia paper for the first time. It is so smooth. While I was doing some research on fountain pens, I kept coming across the focus on the paper that you use when you use fountain pens, that the paper really does matter. And a lot of people said that the Rhodia paper is really good. The Tomoe River paper that comes in the Hobonichis are really good, and Midori and things like that. And I have used like the Hobonichi Tomoe River paper before, but I have never experienced Rhodia paper. And let me just tell you, it feels so good, so smooth. Oh my goodness. I do plan on using fountain pens in replacement of like my regular pens. So I did get a lined notepad just for my everyday notes and things. I love that this is like folded so that it just like folds perfectly in on itself. This is so nice. And then I got 2 dot pads. One I'm going to use for ink swatches, and the other I'm going to use to practice hand lettering. For some reason, I like the idea of the dot grid to practice hand lettering better than lined paper. I don't really know why in my mind this seems more beneficial than lined paper for practicing hand lettering. So one is to swatch inks and one is to practice hand lettering. And then the lined is just like my everyday little notes and things that I would need to jot things down on. So I am really stoked about this. I cannot stop feeling this paper. It feels so good. I also got the Sarasa Mark On pen, and I got this in the 0.5. I got this mainly to jot notes and things down in my Hobonichi cousin, which is going to be my planner / journal for the year. And I've heard a lot of people say that they really like the Sarasa Mark On to use in the Hobonichi notebooks. So I got one of these just to kind of have on hand, although I do plan on predominantly using fountain pens, but I did want to try this out and have this on hand if I ever need it. I also got this cream tape because this obviously would work better on the paper in the Hobonichi. So instead of regular whiteout, I did grab some cream tape, which I didn't even know this existed. That is so cool. I also got a Tombow Funazuki. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but I got one of these brush pens, again, to practice hand lettering with. I think this is the hard tip, not the soft tip. I have a really bad habit of pushing really hard on my pens. So I had seen suggestions that if you kind of push hard, you might want to stick with the hard tip, especially when you're just starting out. So I got the hard tip. That is another thing I'm excited about when it comes to fountain pens. I have pretty bad carpal tunnel and I can't write for long periods of time because my hand will cramp up really, really badly. So that's another reason why I was never really into journaling or like keeping a diary or anything like that. But apparently fountain pens, you don't need to apply pressure, just enough to keep the nib on the paper. I keep hearing that for those of us who kind of write hard, they're able to write so much longer with fountain pens than they are normal pens. So I'm really excited to open up this like whole new world of fun inks and journaling and things without the hand cramping. So fingers crossed that that is true. And I just want to practice like my, upstrokes and downstrokes and that kind of thing. And kind of, I don't know, just practice with it. I really like this so far. So this is going to be something that I practice my hand lettering with. I also got a little syringe for inks and like ink cartridges for fountain pens. I've heard that this is helpful to both fill and clean fountain pens and the converter cartridges and things like that. So I got one of these just to have on hand just in case. And now we're gonna get into the star of the show. Just trying to do it really cute like, but I'm a savage, so. Well, the color of this isn't as bad as I thought it was. Online, this looked very orange. It's actually kind of a cream color, so that's not bad. This is beautiful. I am so excited. I remember having some issues with the paper before being so thin and kind of shadowing through the paper, which is why I was looking up different pens that people use, and a lot of people liked the Sarasa. But I also kind of feel like maybe the shadowing will give it some character. Maybe it won't bother me so much. So I am so excited about this. I've never used the Hobonichi Techo Cousin. I had only used the regular notebook and the Hobonichi Weeks. So I like the A5 size of this. I'm really hoping that this works out well for me. I got some really cute monthly stickers from the Coffee Monsters Co. Just to have a little fun in the monthly spread. I'm not sure how I want to use the monthly spreads yet, but I did know that I wanted to play with stickers a little bit in these monthly layouts, so I'm so excited about that. And then these weekly spreads are going to be sort of my schedule / to-do list. These still aren't going to be like super fancy or anything like that. This is going to be more functional pen to paper, not necessarily using any like cute sticker kits or anything like that. So I'll get my fix for stickers during the monthly spreads. I'll get the functionality during the weekly spreads. And then in these like daily layouts is where I'm going to journal. And I'm so excited about it. I even got a sprocket. This is the HP sprocket. This is just like a little printer so that I can print pictures if I want to. And I'm so excited. I also got some things to kind of decorate this with. I went to Joann's and got some really fun things. I'm going to use white cardstock and put this over top of it to kind of decorate the cover a little better. And then these two I'm going to laminate. These are pretty thick like plastic sheets, but then I'm going to laminate it with 5mm lamination paper to make them even thicker and use this as writing boards under the page. You can lay it under the page and write. So I have this one, which is just a really pretty rose gold like mandala floral situation, and then some holographic polka dots, which I just think are so cute. So I'm really stoked about this. I'm gonna have a little crafty day. I was thinking about getting a better cover for this, like maybe a leather one or like an embroidered one, just to kind of keep this from getting all bent up and kind of screwy. But until I can make up my mind, I think I'm going to kind of redo the covers. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll do one on the, maybe we'll put some on the inside too and make it pretty. I don't know, but I'm really looking forward to this little project and to do some fun ink swatches with you guys because, of course, I couldn't help myself. I got my first couple of fountain pens on the way and some samples of inks, and so I'm just really excited about this journey. I'm so excited to have you along for the ride, and so that we can hang out together and gush about pens and papers and inks and all of the like nerdy stationery things together. So stoked about it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Let me know what planner or journal you're using for 2024. Let me know any exciting new like pens or fountain pens that you've purchased. What are your favorite fountain pen inks that you think I should try out? Tell me all the things in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all.